There we go. Mickey, he's sleeping. He had a rough morning. Sleeping. Okay, so we're back here. We just leveled up Greybort because we're going to use him for quests and stuff here shortly. Okay, so we have to go back to the storyteller, turn in the... what is it for? Walking on corpses? No. There we go. The art of making friends. So, go back to the storyteller, show him the crystal, and like I said, Greyboar's going to be joining us because after we talk to the storyteller, we're going to go down and do Greyboar stuff, who is in the same spot. So, who do we want to replace? Nenio or Wendu? Maybe we should Wendu. We can release. The reason we keep Nenio around for the most part is her ability to kill things with one shot with Phantasmal Killer, if they're, of course, susceptible to that kind of stuff. Wendu, of course, has a bow. And you enjoy it? I like this story so far, Catker. It's been fun. It's been fun. Experiencing the bliss. What are we supposed to be doing here? And Gimpy is also currently juggling 3 women at least. He's got a thing going out to Aru, Wenduag, and Camellia. Not including all the other women that are out there. How that's going to end, we have no idea, of course. But I like the demon stuff, how it's the whole Alushinyrra thing is slightly different. I mean, it's not terribly different because it's still the same quest for the most part, but the reactions of everything is different because he's an actual demon. Even though they still call him immortal. But, you know, stuff. So, the bliss thing. Experiencing the bliss. Oh, gotta go talk to him again too, but that's a different thing. This is just basically a shortcut to get back upstairs because we don't have any portals up there yet. Oh, we need to do buffs. We could get into the Palace of Big Money Demon in Chapter 3. Oh yeah, to get to run around to Nocticula's stuff early on. Poor Mickey, sleeping so hard. Okay, let's do buffs. So you're a bit different because you're under protection, right? Yes, that's why you don't get your ass kicked all the time for no reason.
I stand ready. I'm losing my temper.
Okay, so are you giant? Yes. Of course, then we have the giant horse and giant Kitsune running around too.
Commander.
Okay, he is missing a couple of buffs. He's missing like the magic ring type stuff.
Let us not hesitate.
Demon can ride the Lady in Shadow, but only the demon path can. Right. Looking forward to that.
I'm your blade.
Okay, so Shield of Faith, Bark Skin, he's got all the resists. He's got all the important stuff. He'll be fine. Okay. So. I have to go back. There. So now with the Grey Boar we have to go
everyone.
do the house thing,
My
which
name
is
is
so much
Veronica
fun.
and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. That's it. Thanks.
Yep, thanks. Happy Sunday. Ready? Oh. That's right, we don't have Nenio.
We'll win this, one way or the other.
The lock is familiar. These locks are used by monster traders from Katapesh who want to ensure their most powerful beasts stay in their cages. It can't be forced, but one delicate twist of a knife and done. Choose your own adventure. Lots of reading. Okay, so hunt is a clash between the hunter cunning and the shrewdness of the prey. When the prey expects a trap, the hunter's acumen is put to the test in trying to subvert such expectations. Velitis has proven he understands this fundamental principle. The commander bursts through the front door and freezes. For all the tales about the mansion supposedly becoming a citadel, no one is there to assault the unwanted guests. There are no flying arrows, no chilling battle cries, and the expensive furniture hasn't been turned into makeshift barricades. The commander and his companions carefully examine the luxurious antechamber. There are two doors leading deeper into the mansion. One bears a symbol of a mirror and the other a symbol of a knife. There's a bloody pigeon feather in front of the doors, and a note that contains two words, "Welcome, assassin." Wizard check is passed. Commander recalls that the bloody feather is a symbol of Shax, the Blood Marquis. The Demon Lord is infamous for luring his victims into labyrinths full of deadly traps. The door slams shut loudly behind him. The commander decides to leave the mansion. Can't. The door just slams shut. Enters the door with the mirror symbol, enters the door with the crooked knife symbol. They say that pets reflect the character and disposition of their owners. If this is true, then the lord of the mansion has a truly cruel and perverse disposition. The commander enters a spacious cellar filled with scattered bones and cages. All of them are wide open, and the creatures they once contained are freely roaming the room. And the creatures that blah blah blah, they've all come from different planes. Some are monsters, some are mere animals, some are intelligent species, yet all of them shamble around aimlessly. They pant loudly and drool drips from their slack jaws and open mouths. Their horribly mutilated and scarred heads provide evidence as to the reason for this behavior. A merciless surgeon has opened their skulls and taken out most of their brains, leaving only the bits that govern the most base instincts such as hunger, and these creatures are very hungry indeed. Distract the monsters. Get that, no problem. Slip past, do that one too, or we can intimidate them. Distract them. Gimpy picks up a bone shard and deftly throws it toward the other side of the room. The hollow thunk attracts the attention of the creatures, and they shamble toward the noise. The drooling jaws snap in anticipation. One of the mindless abomination bites one of the others, mistaking it for prey, and a noisy brawl breaks out between them. The fight is loud enough to allow the commander to slip past unseen. 3 doors lead from this dark cellar and its oppressive stink of blood and decay. The commander decisively reaches out for the one marked with the symbol of tooth-filled maw, pair of scales. Scales. No matter how gleefully the lord of this palace mutilates flesh, he is first and foremost a scientist. And a scientist, by definition, is a madman who can put to shame any giggling maniac with a knife. Therefore, it comes as no surprise that his laboratory is furnished with care and order. There is no hint of the tawdry luxury found in the other rooms. There is a multitude of flasks and vials with potions resting on the tables, and the cupboards are filled with jars containing brains of all shapes and colors. As soon as the door closes behind the commander's back, a huge silvery autoclave opens with a wheezing clang, emanating a wave of foul-smelling brine. A hideous homunculus, covered in glistening slime, crawls out of the autoclave. Its liquid, malleable body constantly grows new limbs, eyes, and mouths, absorbing the bits and pieces it no longer requires. It seems the monster can't decide what shape it should take. It stares at the commander with malevolent intelligence. It seems it has a better mental faculties than most chemically produced creatures. The homunculus giggles repulsively as it grabs a vial full of acid and aims at the commander's head. The crow tried to land on your head today? Did you let it? I'm guessing you didn't. I don't know why you wouldn't. A crow. Are you sure it wasn't a raven? Starts throwing flasks of potions at the homunculus while trying not to touch any really dangerous substances. That. Attack the nimble monster, hoping to cut corner and finish it off. Scare it off. Yeah. Start throwing. Barrage of flask, vessels, and other laboratory wares forces the homunculus to retreat behind the bulk of the autoclave and defend itself from there. Gimpy grabs a round corked vial with frost on the inside. Taking careful aim, he launches a projectile right at the monster's hiding space. A pale blue flash lights up the laboratory, and the homunculus is instantly frozen to the autoclave, covering it in a thick layer of ice. It desperately grows 2 extra mouths for its final deathly scream. Commander uses this chance to search the laboratory and manages to procure an entire satchel of useful potions and bombs. Stepping over the wreckage of the expensive lab equipment and shattered glass, the commander pauses before the 3 doors and eventually chooses one with the symbol of... Anyway, potion of heal. We got 3 of those. Heroism, greater portion. Heroism, greater, and disrupting weapon. Hey, Xanthium. Welcome back. Happy Sunday. It scared you because it came from behind, so it flew away as you flinched. Oh, chicken. Just because something's trying to land on your head, you don't know what it is. Get all scared. Tooth-filled maw, full moon, blazing fire. Full moon. Commander enters a magnificent bedroom and ends up knee-deep in a seemingly bottomless pile of soft blankets, fuzzy rugs, plump feather beds, and other covers of all sorts and shapes. They allure and promise the sweetest dreams. If only Gimpy would lie down and close his eyes. It's a dangerous temptation. Anyone who allows these fluffy killers to put them to sleep won't wake up ever again. They will crawl over their victim, piling up around them, and then suffocate and smother them to death. Carving through a featherbed with his blade, the commander sees glistening flesh and a thick ichor ooze out from the rend in the fabric. Yet no book has ever mentioned such strange, bizarre creatures. Lore nature check succeeded. The commander can only guess that this is the result of a strange experiment on some predatory swarm organism that disguises itself as something harmless and that preys on those it lures close. The commander decides that the best decision would be... See you, Xanthium. Have fun eating. You're just surrounded by the crows, waiting until you throw dog treats their way. Oh, see, so it's all your fault. You feed the birds, they keep coming back. Carve a path through the room. That's no problem. Start a fire and escape from the room using the flames as a distraction. That's no problem either. Find to destroy the leader of this strange swarm. Let's do it that way. Got a chance to fail. But we succeed. The rugs bleed when carved up with a blade, then they are a swarm or a pack and therefore may have a leader. Gimpy surges forward, allowing the hungry mass to smother and bury him under its weight while he doggedly presses ahead. At last, he finds a large purple cluster of flesh that resembles a giant brain. When touched, it wobbles and quivers like jelly. Gimpy splits it open with a single decisive blow, and the wounded creature emits a barely audible high-pitched squeal. The rug swarm bulges and convulses in pain, dying in terrible agony. It would seem these creatures had an invisible link, and destroying the brain doomed the whole brood. The commander decides to search the place. Who knows what secret compartments have been hidden beneath this repulsive mass of fabric and flesh. The search reveals a disguised niche, and inside it is a stack of papers. These are the journals of a mad surgeon who researched the brains of living creatures. The experiments described on these pages are as repulsive as they are enlightening for anyone who isn't too squeamish to finish the reading. 3 doors with different symbols lead from the master bedroom. The commander decides he would rather take his chances behind the one with vivisectors now, sorry. He also yelled at me for giving them dong treats and threatened to sue me if I continue. Why? Because you're hurting the birds, or because you're causing the birds to come around and shit on everything? Boiling cauldron, blazing fire. Let's go to the cauldron. Commander walks into an enormous kitchen. There are massive cauldrons with shiny polished sides, and a tiny green flame flickers with a magical oven. Within a magical oven. The aroma of delicious spices beckons from the countless cupboards and shelves that line the walls. However, as soon as the commander enters the room, the cauldron's lids fly up into the air, blown off in powerful explosions. A nasty grayish-pink slime oozes out of the open cauldron, swelling up like dough. The slime flows down onto the floor, gathering up into massive clotted clusters, which then begin to crawl toward the commander. Gimpy has never seen or read about such creatures before. Succeeded nature check. It is reasonable to suggest that this was the outcome of a complicated and perverted magical experiment. This carnivorous slime was captured in a cave, subjected to magical transformation, and fed entirely with brain tissue. Yummy. Decide to burn the monster in the magical oven. That's not going to work. Nature, got a shot there. Search the kitchen for a poisonous concoction to use against the carnivorous slime. Safe escape route. Oh, screw that. Try to kill it. Succeeded. Avoiding the slime's attacks, Gimpy rummages in the drawers until he finds what he's looking for. A few copper flasks filled with caustic salt. He jumps over the table, or on the table, and generously spills the salt around himself. The moment a single grain of salt lands on the slimy monster, the creature begins to bubble, darken, and shrivel. In a matter of moments, all that remains of the creature is a glistening, oily film on the floor. After meticulously examining the food on the undisturbed shelves, the commander decides to rest. He takes the opportunity to recuperate and bandage his wounds. It is thinking ahead rather than rushing forward recklessly that separates able tacticians from those who rashly press on and perish. 2 doors lead from the kitchen, where it apparently easier to be eaten than to eat. The commander chooses the one that is marked with a symbol of something about the crow becoming a problem and a plague. He didn't really say what they would do if it continued giving them dog treats now and then. They continue to be a plague. I think he's pissed because the birds are shitting on his stuff. Depends on how many birds there are, though. Full moon, we've been there. We haven't been to the fire yet. Commander finds himself in a long stone passage. No traps are triggered by his careful steps, yet at the end of the passage, his vision grows blurry. The illusion of safety falls apart like a house of cards, revealing an endless fiery field, ashen mountains, rivers of lava, and magmatic volcanoes. Hot wind scorches his face. It is not difficult to conclude that this deadly place is the elemental plane of fire. Ash and volcanic rock tremble beneath the commander's feet, but walking on it seems safe enough for now. The only escape route is a distant 3-way arch of rough-hewn stone containing the 3 familiar doors. However, in order to reach it, the commander must find a way past the river of fire, in which the tiny islets of porous stone are just barely visible. The river spews out tongues of roaring flame that land on the banks and crystallize into dark glass. As a result, both banks of the river have become steep, jagged cliffs of obsidian. Why is there a mop on the dog cam? That's not a mop, that's Mickey's butt. And the rest of his body. It's not a mop. And you can say it's a mop. Say it's a flop, like 10 to 15 birds. Let's see, 2 or 3 at maximum. And well, I would say he's probably just not a happy person. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the birds are picking on him. They like you because you feed them, but they don't like him because he doesn't feed them, and therefore they pick on him. Because crows do that, you know. Summit jumping mobility 28, no problem. World 1. Guided by his knowledge of interplanar travel. Jump. Gimpy spots several tiny islets in the river of lava and deftly jumps from one to another, avoiding the scorching caress of the boiling magma. He manages to reach the other side of the fiery river and climbs up the steep slope. After reaching the stone portals, the commander has to decide which of the 3 to enter. Eventually, he settles on the one symbol of a rod. We haven't seen that one. The door doesn't budge. The commander forces it open with his weight and enters the same hall where this dangerous expedition first began. The cozy, comfortable setting is in no way hints at the nightmares that awaited the commanders inside the mansion. The door outside is wide open, and through the doorway, dark figures can be seen clutching weapons. All this is nothing but a warm-up. The final, decisive battle is still to come. The commander prepares for a fight as he steps outside the accursed mansion. Dum dum dum. Can't do stuff against the crows anyways because they are currently under nature Really? Crows? Nature Conservancy. Have people been eating crows for a long time over there or something? Okay, the leader of, this is Willidus. The leader of this gang of demons is grotesquely disfigured, even by the standards of the Abyss. It is disproportionately large and bloated head rests on a tiny, disformed body covered in bumps and furrows. Like a shriveled walnut. What seems at first to be a mane of hair standing up on end is revealed upon closer inspection to be bone needles sticking out of its pale, blistered skin. Where the mouth should be, there is a steady, bony plate formed from yellowing teeth that have grown together. It protrudes out from his torn, lacerated lips. His voice appears to come from a slobbering, undulating hole in his neck, just beneath his chin. More bloody larvae showing up at my palace. I'm getting very tired of these visits. Grey boar. What a freak. Even I feel somewhat conflicted. Would killing this creature be an act of cruelty or mercy? I do not wish to show mercy to the scum that set me up. Who are you? Distorted derision escapes from the creature's throat. Uh-oh, Mickey's awake. And he makes a dismissive gesture with his hand, his dirty nails curling into long, thin spirals. You don't even know who you decided to challenge? Let these words herald your imminent death, outsider. I am Willidus, the wizard confidant and advisor to the Lady in Shadow. I am also known as the Vivisector. Graver smirks, not bothering to hide his contempt. So many words, I will simply call you a corpse. Less impressive sounding, perhaps, but easy to remember. Why did you turn your house into a trap? I was expecting assassins, and therefore I prepared a warm welcome for such guests. I trust that you appreciated my vivarium. When I'm finished with you, you'll become a new decoration for my palace and another test for those who follow you. You will be mine. Some of you will be mindless pets, and the more attractive ones I may use to meet other needs. The monstrosity giggles lecherously, and the sound is shrill and repulsive, like metal against glass. Did you greet the monsters I found in the mansion? He cackles with glee and replies scornfully, call them monsters, silly boy. What can you possibly know about it? Those are masterpieces of vivisection, impossible creations conceived not by nature, but born of my scalpel, needle, and magic. So who do you think wants you dead? My enemies are many and dangerous, and I could spend an eternity guessing, but there's no need for that. Once I've killed you, I'll soak your warm little brains in my concoctions and read the names of my enemies like tea leaves in their wrinkled patterns. And then I'll have a lovely dinner. There's a greedy, predatory gleam in those tiny eyes, buried deep within the folds of wrinkled flesh. Why'd you put a hit out on Dazaran and give Greyboar a faulty magical weapon? Demon hisses in frustration, spittle flying from the hole in his neck. Nonsense. Why would I want that idiot dead? What possessed him to think I'm the one who put a hit out on him? And how dare you pathetic amateurs even think that a scheme of mine might possibly fail? If I truly wanted to kill Darazan, he'd be long gone. But no, I don't give a damn about anyone from that swarm of locusts. Greyboar. I expected such an answer. For some reason, whenever I corner these scoundrels and demand a reasoning, or reckoning, none of them are brave enough to own up to their crimes, and never go quietly when I slit their throats. What do you think, Greyboar? The dwarf shrugs and says thoughtfully, usually I'm quite capable of detecting lies, but this ugly wretch is impossible to read. And why does it matter anyway? Even if he's not lying, we'd do well to get rid of him. He's just tried to kill us in his mansion. Besides, will you ever sleep well knowing this monstrosity is alive somewhere? Your words reek of deceit. Uh-oh, Mrs. Gimpy's up. Causing trouble. What's she doing? Waking up Mickey. Poor Mickey. The demon's cloudy eyes flare with anger, and his smug giggles give way to a low, menacing growl. Soon we shall find out what your tiny, ridiculous, worm-eaten brain smells like. Kill him. The dwarf grins ominously, and as he looks at the demon, there's no mercy in his eyes. I won't lie, I've been waiting for this moment. Tomorrow morning my reputation will be spotless once again. Sweet dreams. Dum dum dum. Don't know why, all because they are. Makes sense. Okay, so, Nikki. Sing a song of rage. Do a haste, because we need it. Rocket, go start swinging at stuff. There's Willidus. Oh, Willidus needs to die first.
Strike as one.
Oh, that was easy. His friends are tougher than he is. Get him, Bismuth. Look him the wrong way. Ah, Bismuth almost got a kill. When do? Start shooting.
They'll beg me to stop.
I don't even know if that was worth casting haste for. Horzala. The rejection is that of a tall female demon. Unlike many of her kind, she seems slimmer and less stocky in build. On closer examination, you realize that her thinness is caused by extreme emaciation, which makes her look like a withered tree. The skin on her neck and wrists bears the marks of shackles, and her body is covered with flaming seals of Baphomet. Lowering her eyes, the demon addresses you quietly. Allow me to congratulate you. The short work you've made of Willidus proves you are a true professional. I am Horzala, and on behalf of the Assassin's Guild, I congratulate Greyboar on completing this contract. You have fulfilled the order we received for Willis's murder, and therefore, you have the right to collect the bounty even though you are not a guild member yourself. I'm sure you also have many questions about what happened. Who are you? I am Horzala, Baphomet's daughter. Rejection looks you in the eye and adds in an aggrieved whisper. Horzala, not Hepzibah. She is my elder sister, but I doubt you are able to appreciate the true extent of my misfortune. I'm also known as Alushinyrra. Also known in Alushinyrra as the assistant and right hand of Yaz, the head of the Assassin's Guild. You know what happened here? Some reading, yes, they're under nature conspiracy, but in a special kind of way. When they do the hatching, you can't harm them, but under certain circumstances, you can shoot them. Like if they are too many to or infest places, and you can't use them. Yeah. I mean, we think it too, but we should discuss the matters inside the guild, not in public. Who's going to overhear us? The corpses? Why don't you come here and speak to us face to face instead of projecting an illusion? Or are you afraid we won't like your answers and will make you join Willidus? At the sight of the demon's sour expression, Greybor gives an aggressive snort. Does this mean Yaz lied to me? Indeed, and it would be stranger to expect anything different from him. He lied to you because he wasn't afraid of you. It is well known that Master Yaz thinks his cunning is unmatched. We'll pay a visit to the Assassin's Guild. Thank you for your answer. The bounty awaits you. I'm not sure what reward awaits us, but I truly hope it's a considerable sum of gold and not a meager payment served up at the end of a blade. Stuff. So Willidus didn't have any stuff on him? Boo. I thought he did. I already saw that. So Willidus didn't have anything. No pots. Okay, so get to go back to oh, wait a minute. No, let's go visit Mr. Storyteller up in the tower. That's what we came over here for. 2 birds with 1 stone and all that. Okay, on top of the tower, go talk to the storyteller and go, hey, look, here's your rock. Poor Greybor didn't even get a chance to throw his axes around. Is he back? There he is. Okay, the lineup whispers something under his breath. Hearing your steps, he turns to you slowly. Greetings, Gimpy. Have you brought me a new story? Take this crystal. What do you say? Storyteller takes the crystal and his face becomes twisted with evil rage, and a screeching cry bursts from his lips. A bloody stain spreads across your chest, and the storyteller's visions once again burst into your mind, just as they did in Canabras when you brought him the stone chisel. My wings take me higher and higher, stirring storms, but even they cannot disperse the ball of darkness hanging in front of me. Stupid little maggot, you think you can fly as high as me? My cheeky opponent does not answer, and the wound under my heart continues to gush streams of blood, tainting the feathers of the Black Bolt and dripping into the dark waters of the Ishiar. There is something wrong with this wound. My strength is dwindling too quickly. This means there is no time to waste. I'll grab her, scrunch her up, cut her with my claws, and throw her to the very bottom of the abyss. Quickly changing the direction of my flight, I rush forward and hit the center of the dark cloud. Well, where are you? My chest is thrust forward, ready to take any blow, and my claws are cutting through the air. But she is not here. She deceived me. The dark cloud was a fake. Where are you? Her triumphant laughter echoes over the black ocean. So insulting, so insolent and impetuous. Someone, catch that laughter. Choke it. Your mind is confused, adrenaline pounds in your veins. By force of will, you manage to overcome this madness and concentrate on the storyteller's screeching voice. Who are you? You don't know me? I am the demon lord Alinthia, lady of harpies, sweet-voiced mistress and seductive peril. My wings can embrace a mountain, and all in the abyss know my name. Who are you fighting? That pathetic upstart, Aticula. She attacked without warning and wounded me, and now she is hiding in her shadows, thinking she can get away from me. Your pathetic leathery wings can't compare with mine. What are you fighting her for? For power, for might, for superiority, for the right to fly over these endless waters, for the right to seduce the unlucky ones of our choosing. One of us will perish, the other will rise and get everything the loser owns, and I will be the one to triumph. How will your fight end? Storyteller's voice changes, you hear a death rattle. She will win, overpower me, weaken my spirit, and my body will drop into the waters of Ishiar. Yell's voice becomes lower and lower, becoming denser and stronger.
Aren't your legs getting stiff? You haven't moved in quite a while.
I'm fine.
Stretch, damn it, you ignorant meatbag.
Like a stone that has decided to talk. From now on, I am blood. I set and thicken. I grow firmer, stronger. I crystallize. I gain edges. Power lies dormant in me, and I lie dormant in the dark. A dark, heavy stone slab seems to fall on your back, but this is not enough to break you. Stubbornly straightening your neck, you continue to listen to Storyteller's monotonous voice. Are you the island of Alinthia, the one Alushinyrra is built on? Yes, my body became stone, my flesh turned into firmament, and the power hidden in it made it to expand and swell. I am the island and everything hidden within it. I thought the souls of demon lords went to the rift of repose after death. Yes, but not me, the one I used to be. She was supposed to go to a secret place, but someone stopped her, locked her in this body. She didn't want those who fell at her hand to return. She found a way to lock their power in their remains, and the power is still there. Where are you? I'm lying in the ground in the depths my paths are laid. I am asleep, waiting for greedy hands to touch me and gather me up, take my power for their own. What will happen to you next? You will take me out? Your hands will take me out of this cavern. Storyteller's voice calms. This is where the road to the past, the one to me, ends. It leads to this very moment, but I see something else, the future, a possible future. Droplets of spittle fly from the old elf's mouth. His speech becomes furious and garbled, his voice trembling with tension. Ah, it hurts. The crystal is so huge. She is implanting it, sewing it within living flesh, my flesh, and it oozes power, soaking my flesh and blood, flowing in my veins. I am rage, I am agony, I am violence made flesh. And failed something there. A will check. Needed a what? Math bad. 14? Red fog descends before your eyes. Something horrible, primal, and bloodthirsty awakens in your soul. It drinks your strength greedily, sending your extending pain lancing through your skull. Listen to the stories to try to understand why it's trembling. You feel the thirst for blood, the heat that pulses through a warrior before an imminent fight. The pride swelling within the demon that is speaking through the storyteller, that power that he yearns to feel as soon as possible, the duty that he intends to embrace with honor. Who are you and whom do you serve? I am a humble demon whose old name doesn't matter. From now on, everyone will call me the Horned Horror. Lady Hepzibah will lead me into battle where I will crush her enemies. No, I will destroy them with my horrifying grunting that will rip out their pathetic flesh from their meager carcasses. Who is implanting the crystal into you? Natasafin, that cunning one with snake eyes, one of the fosterlings of the upstart Erilu. My mistress Hepzibah ordered me to do it. She has many such crystals. I am not the first or the last to have had this done to them. Tossafin is weak and mortal spawn, but even he improves with practice. You see, I am alive, unlike the pathetic unfortunates who went first. As you're reading. Now, what fight awaits you? We're going to fight Nocticula. That winged upstart has been troubling our Lord Baphomet for far too long. Time to remove her from the board. How do you expect to defeat Nocticula in her dominion? We have followers in Alushinyrra. They will strike from the inside, cripple her, drain her blood, and then our army will bring down all its might given to us by the miraculous crystals, and Nocticula and her pathetic servants will fall. Enough. Storyteller's visions fades, and with it, terrible heat in your chest. The old elf comes back from his dreams with a helpless sigh. What a horrible vision. I'm completely exhausted. I never expected to touch the memories of a fallen demon lord who had never found peace in the Rift of Repose. Shared a vision with you again. Like when you brought me to the stone chisel in Canabras? Strange. Could it be that these two objects are connected to each other or to you? So the crystals are demon blood. Yes, hardened blood in which the spiritual power of the perished demon lord is sealed. In this case, the power of Alinthia, who was killed in battle and locked in her own remains in this unusual way. So the city is built on her corpse. In a manner of speaking, yes. After the spiritual power of Alinthia did not go to the Rift of Repose, Nocticula began to transform her dead body, forcing it to expand and assume a more solid, static form. I can only guess what a nightmare this imprisonment was for Alinthia's spiritual essence. How can the stone grant powers? I suppose that it happens as a result of some merging process, after which the unspent power of a demon lord will literally flow into the body of the one who uses the stone. Rift to repose, blah blah blah, where demons go to die. Everything's clear. Here's a sudden jolt that says, I had a brilliant idea. The stone knife you showed me in Canabras. Do you still have it? Can I examine it? I do, for a change. The first two playthroughs I didn't have the knife because I think I sold it by accident. But anyway, let's see what this does. Frowning, the storyteller stands for a while, holding the knife. Finally, he returns the weapon to you and says heavily, No question, the knife is made from the hindering crystal. No, not made. The stone is the hardened blood of a demon lord, and considering you found it in the square and devastated Canabras, the blood certainly belonged to Descari and was shed in battle. Dum dum dum. I need to replenish my supplies. I got something for you from Galarian. Take a look. So, show me stuff. Sell all that junk. I actually haven't been picking up that much junk. Keep this stuff for fun, except for that stuff. Got anything good? It's timely assistance, 150,000. Whenever an ally in the 20-foot area of the wearer lands a killing blow, the spell Constitution 4 makes the wearer's next spell extended as though using the extend spell feat. It also grants the wearer +4 enhancement bonus to wisdom. Spirit Thraster. Most have expense points from their key pool. They get a +2 morale bonus to attack and damage roll for 2 rounds. It's awfully expensive for that. Oh, it's axiomatic. Nordic Welcome. Throwing Axe. 99,000. Strength, Icy Burst, Frost, Enhancement 4. When it hits the enemy for the first time in a round, the enemy must pass a fortitude saving throw or suffer a -3 penalty to damage rolls and become slow for 1 round. Yeah. Crushing Penance. Charisma 6. Grants the wearer an ability to push all enemies in a 15-foot area 10 feet away and suffer bludgeoning damage. This ability can be used 3 times per day. It's a lot of money. Ring of Boreal Might. His ability to cast spells spontaneously. Grants the ability to cast the following spells. Oh, the ice spells. So, Sacred Touch. That's for healing stuff, and this is the Red Salamander. This is all the fire spells. But all her stuff gets turned to lightning because of the bracers she's wearing. Spiritual Barbs. Persuasion skill checks made to intimidate when the wearer suffers 10 or more hit points of damage from a single attack. Single range attack gains +1 morale bonus AC for 1 round. Their next melee attack deals an additional 2d6 piercing damage on a successful hit. Dragonfall. +4 inside AC against dragons. Bonus to attack damage rolls against dragons. So that. Martial Excellence.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. That's it. Thanks.
Yep, that's it. Thank you. Happy Sunday. You need a knife for secret ending. Yeah, I'm not worried about that too much. Diamond dust? I'm sure we have lots of diamond dust. 1,000? It's what? 100 casts of most of the spells. Okay, so that. Elevator down. So, I guess I should verify that we're done with that stuff before we leave. How did Bismuth get down there so fast? Corpses. Art of Making Friends. Sephorian near the battle. Now we did that. That's talk to Shamira. Have that one. Out of Reputation. So go back to the Assassin's Guild. Where are you going there, Rocket? I don't know why he went walking around that way, but... Need a nap. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's nap time. Mickey agrees. Okay, so we need to get back to the Assassin's Guild. Belts. So, Assassin Guild, Flesh Market, 10,000 lights. Oh, we can go back to there. Oh, they're going to kick us off our animals, though. Uh-oh, the dreams are starting. Okay, we don't have actually anything here, do we? I don't think so.
Together we stand.
Everyone is mortal in this world, especially when I'm around.
Okay, I have to go downstairs.
None shall escape!
Ah, what are these guys doing? Outsiders have made themselves a home in our city. Hey, we're here to make friends, not enemies. Stupid
No match for me.
Where's the song, Mickey? Dun, dun. Sing them the first verse. Won't hurt. Ah, Grey Boar. He's gonna die first, so. Here's advance, no. Power attack, that's not a thing really for him. Okay, so. Mark, you.
You did it wrong.
Business.
This is how you do it. Warg. Please excuse me. That was embarrassing. I meant to say,
So close to death.
Jag.
Bismuth is broken. Bismuth is walking sideways, that's not a good thing. Gimpy, come after that one.
Let's hear you cry.
You're just killing everything. Veronica, shoot that one.
We shall overcome.
Or not. Needs to work on that crossbow stuff. Okay, Rocket, get him.
Attack! Contemplate on your mistakes.
That's why we don't need haste most of the time. Normal dino behavior, don't worry. Oh, is it? It's that whole small brain thing, isn't it? So, yeah, fight. I didn't start. I'm just, you know, walking peacefully through the city and Stupid demon starting to fight for no reason.
Move out.
Oops. Got to come off the ledge first. Oh, it stops if you go down there? Yeah, that's neat. No, it stopped because I changed the angle of the camera. Dun, dun, dun. So, Assassin's Guild. Yas are not so friendly demon, maybe? I don't know. Demon's lips curls in a satisfied sneer as he greets you loudly. Look who's here. It's the arrogant Galarian who disposed of our poor Willidus. He catches your eye and frowns slightly, giving a pointed glance toward his bodyguards. You aren't about to do something really stupid and start a massacre here, right? Can we just talk? You lied to me, wretched filth. Toward the interjection. This horn thing is one of yours, isn't it? Tell me the truth. Yaz raises his hands apologetically. Several rings glitter on his fingers. Fine, fine. I was the one who actually gave Greybor assignments. I needed to light a little fire underneath this cauldron where so many minions of demon lords are being mixed together. I ordered him to murder those demons in Canabras, and I put a hit out on Dazarand, although that ugly idiot didn't bother me at all. But he was an ugly idiot indeed, and a vengeful one to boot. That's why I gave Greybor a dagger that was only supposed to wound the Baylor, and that is why using Willidus' name was important. It was the perfect hand of cards. Darazan survived after suffering a painful, humiliating wound by a mortal's hand, no offense of course. The Baylor couldn't simply let it go, so he started a vendetta against Willidus, dragging other Deskarites into it. And that was my goal all along, because Willidus was my real target, a target that was very difficult to reach. Yaz seems to revel in his own cleverness. He smirks and smiles with smug satisfaction. Dwarf gives a grim chuckle and whispers loudly enough to be heard. People like you or YS assassins have such lousy reputation. No respect for agreements. Such cunning, your plan was impressive. Demon nods smugly, glances at you approvingly. When I first met you, I sensed that you were shrewd in such matters and knew a thing or two about villainy. Gabriel throws up his hands with a chuckle. I have to admit, it was masterfully executed. This horn thing is one of yours, isn't it? Borzala? Yes. This little demoness is one of my most useful servants. Besides, it's so very prestigious to have a daughter of Baphomet working under you. He glances at the horned demon with a mix of condescension and possessiveness. She stares fixedly at the floor. Fail check. Not badly. Probably rolled a 1. Roll a 2. Close enough. Need to roll a 5. Projection bows deeply, staring down at the floor. Yes, master, I am your servant. It's hard to believe that a Nephilim and daughter of a demon lord could sound so meek and submissive. Your brains can't even begin to understand the complexity of dino behavior. You head to the Assassin's Guild. Why didn't you just send your underlings after Willidus? He grimaces slightly and replies with visible displeasure. Who says I didn't? I lost a number of capable killers. He collects himself quickly, and the arrogant smile returns to his face. And yet, as you can see, I found a more elegant and economical way to execute this plan. I won't lie to you, this kind of plotting makes me very proud of my own guile. My assistants made sure that every larva in the city knew about the bounty on Willidus's head. I knew that Greybor returned to Alushinyrra and decided to use him. Once more, just like poor Darazand, he had no idea he was merely a pawn of mine. Just as I envisioned, he didn't linger and paid Willidus a visit. I had no doubt that paranoiac would try to kill anyone who crossed his doorstep, but I expected you to overcome him, and I was right. Gabriel snorts derisively. I thought your guild had the best kind of contractors. After hearing your story, they sound like amateurs to me. Why did you do all this? For money and power, of course. This has been my primary motivation for many years now. Somebody wanted that old woodlouse dead, and clever Yaz has fulfilled their wish, with the expectation of being showered in privileges and treasures. You're getting a share of those privileges and treasures, by the way. I trust you're not going to refuse the reward provided for freelance operatives. Trust me, the sum is considerable. Yaz turns his attention to Greybor and adds, I haven't forgotten about you either. You'll be rewarded in proportion to your truly astonishing lethality. Okay, I'll take the gold, don't you worry. Demon flashes his perfect sharp teeth and then snaps his fingers. Suddenly, a thick purse appears in front of you, smelling of exquisite perfume. I had no doubt we'd come to an understanding. After all, we share a common language, the language of gold. So, 100,000 for us. Since it was my reputation that was damaged as a result of this plot, I consider it fair to lay claim to 20% of the total fee. Hey, Banner will go back every Sunday. We still walk away with 80 grand, right? I'm paying you generously enough already. Gabriel scowls, pursing his lips as he reaches for his favorite pipe. Just before opening his pocket, his fingers brush across the hilt of his weapon, staying there a moment longer than necessary. Now as his eyes gleam, he cocks his head haughtily as he continues loftily. However, gold is but a modest gift to whet your appetite. What I offer you is so much more. As you may have noticed, Alushinyrra is in constant flux. The number of Nocticula's loyal servants, the pillars of her reign, is steadily decreasing. However, it bores a vacuum. It wants to belong to someone, and someone's greedy hands are already reaching out to take it. There's change coming. I intend to use it to my advantage. Join me, and we shall triumph together. What say you? What exactly are you suggesting? He gives a mysterious smile and shakes his head. You'll find out when the time is right. For now, all I can say is that it will include a lot of blood, violence, and betrayal, but the reward will be worthy of a lord. We shall become allies. He smiles amicably and bows his head. In that case, welcome aboard, partner. After you, Greybor, you've proven your competence. As a token of apology, allow me to offer you membership of my Assassin's Guild. Consider it the recognition of your talents that you have long desired. I promise you prestige, respect, and truly staggering fees. Of course, I won't demand that you sever your current contract. You may claim your well-deserved place in our guild when it expires. So then, what do you say? Will I be welcoming you to the big league? Greybor turns to you with a very serious expression. His voice is reserved and formal. Gimpy, we are bound by an active agreement, and therefore I must consult your opinion on this invitation. So you're in line with the demons. Have you thought about quitting the business? I advise you to accept the offer. Dwarf nods in relief, and there is gratitude in his voice. We have an active contract. You could have denied me this, but I appreciate that you are discerning enough to respect my skills. Dwarf does not waste words as he looks at Yaz. Where do I sign? What are you talking about? We're not devils after all. Yaz laughs and claps his hands loudly. Splendid. You've got a bright future here, my diminutive yet deadly friend. You trashed the guild in your run with Greybor. Yaz gives a bored yawn, and there's a note of finality to his tone. Well, this was a very enlightening conversation, but I see no reason why we should continue. You've received your answers and should probably be on your way. Meanwhile, I should go back to plotting another bloody and violent murder. Have a good day. After a suspicious glance in Yaz's direction, Greybor turns to you. Indeed, this was an unexpected meeting. If you want to discuss what happened privately, I'm at your service, Commander. You trashed the guild in your demon run. But why? Why would you kill all these people? Okay, so that's done. Am I supposed to talk to somebody while I'm here? That's done. Still have to talk to Articula. Already making friends. Gotta go back to the Battle Bliss. Oh, Shamira. Shamira and they share this recently acquired knowledge, but there's no other option. To refuse to tell her anything and challenge her openly. It is someone's guess whether the Ardent Dream will hold up her end of the deal. But publicly humiliating the mistress of Alushinyrra in her own palace? Now that might just pick the interest of the Lady of Shadow. Chaotic evil demon. I just felt like trashing the place. Oh, I see.
Hey Gimpy, have you hydrated lately?
I have.
If not, you really should.
Where am I going? Battle Bliss? I don't know if I want to though. Not right now. Just didn't want them having a Greybor as a tool because I like him. Well, he doesn't leave though until the contract is up, which is he can keep extending it over and over and over again, it seems like. Nexus, talk to him, experience the bliss. What's experiencing bliss? What am I supposed to be doing there? Oh, we gotta go talk to him anyway. So, go to the Battle Bliss. Why does it have us going back to 10,000 lights if we're actually supposed to be going to Battle Bliss? I don't understand that. Because we already hired... Did we hire this succubus? Yeah, we did. We hired them. 40 grand for a bunch of succubi. Get back here. Dum dum. Okay. Okay, so let's go talk to what's his face. Hey, Jaguar, welcome back. Happy Sunday. Seclex. Okay, everyone have to do without the succubi. Arrange the deal with the succubi. I'm ready to send it to the arena. Blah blah. I arranged the deal. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Your help in these matters is invaluable since I cannot attend to them myself. And I think you'll find that a reward for your assistance is quite generous. I arranged a fight for you against a member of the Hindrian League. Please let me know as soon as you're ready. You haven't paid me enough. To deal with the succubi costs more than expected. You still owe me money. He frowns, but silently counts out the more money. The imp stares at him in astonishment. He seems shocked by his master's behavior. So, he paid 40, got back 15. So, and we're ready. I hope you came prepared. The members of the Hindrian League are formidable opponents. Astelm, your next opponent, has claimed the lives of over 100 of her opponents. She has also been slain in the arena on 3 separate occasions. However, she never stays dead. It's quite mysterious, but she always comes back to life, ready to fight in the battle bliss once more. I'm ready. Let's go. Wish you luck. If you die, greet death with a sweet kiss. Better still, slay all your opponents and return alive and victorious. The demon route necessarily an evil playthrough. Now he wants to place in the Hindrian League. This is Gimpy Demonslayer, the Mephit Slayer. It's an evil playthrough, I think, because I think you have to be evil to beat the demon. The Hindrian League proudly presents its fighter. You all know her, you obsess over her, and you all fear her. You've enjoyed her hundreds of victories in the arena, and 3 times we've enjoyed her defeat and painful death, but every time she has come back from the dead, an artist of suffering. Astelm, thrice killed. I'll cut out your eyes faster than you can blink. The winner of this fight will be granted a membership in the Hindrian League, and the other will die. Or, in the case of Astelm not die, we will have to find out. Fighters, commence battle. As far as I know, the mythic paths, certain ones, like the Angel and the Demon, Gold Dragon, that kind of stuff, they have to maintain a certain alignment. So, as far as I know, like I said, the Demon, it's got to be evil. See, you got to be one of the 3. Specifically, you know, because you can't, I guess, I don't know what the grayed out means, but I think you're supposed to stay within the red areas. And what Cactor just said, but even then, why these are gray and why these are red, I don't know. But I'm pretty, you have to stay within this. So you can't be a good guy and be a demon, is basically what it means. Wendy wants to shoot her first.
Your commands. Kill is for you.
Be only one way from your path's alignment. Yeah, so again, you can't be a good guy and be a demon. Just like if you do an angel, you can't be a bad guy.
I got this.
Get a rocket. End this fight now. Okay, one swing doesn't cut it. Bob. Bob.
Run them through!
Grave War got skipped.
Do not hold back.
There's me 2 stag. Good rolls there, Mickey.
Do not hold back.
Let's rocket. There we go. Arena, I'll be back. Always come back. This is not the end. Except when you die. This can't be happening. The Hindering League's fighter is down. The fearsome Anselm has fallen. Long live the newest member of the Hindering League. Dun, dun. Irma. Irma solemnly raises his hands for silence. His eyes sweep across the arena before coming to rest on you. There's a sly look on his face, and he gives you a cheerful wink before quickly resuming a pompous and dignified expression. He turns back to the crowds, and his voice booms out over the arena. Behold, the newest member of the Hindering League. He is invincible, bloodthirsty, violent, and cunning. It's Gimpy Demonslayer, the Mephit Slayer. Glory and death. The crowd goes wild, demons climb over one another, trying to get a better look at you. The roar of the spectators grows so loud you can feel it in your bones. The audience is utterly enthralled. They look at you in wonder and worship you as if you were a god. When do I bask in the adoration of the crowd? She grins happily. I like this place. They appreciate the skills of a true warrior. I think I'd kill just to hear the screams of the crowd. I want to thank all the spectators here at the Battle Bliss. It is your admiration and support that gives me the strength to win. You swine, you pieces of shit. Come down here, I'll kill you all. Crush you. Crush you, tear you to shreds. Shout the traditional gladiator battle cry. The crowd roars in its approval. The screams of the audience shake the arena, and the Battle Bliss trembles with the noise of their stomping feet. They pump their fists excitedly and yell in unison, Mephit Slayer, Mephit Slayer. Irma lays his fat hand on your shoulder with exaggerated friendliness. This gladiator is no longer an unknown fighter, a loner without a place to belong. For his valor and courage, Gimpy will receive a collar of the Hindering League. From now on, he is the precious property of the Battle Bliss. I am pleased to tell you that I have personally taken this worthy warrior under my wing. Look out, champ. Immergreth pats you on the shoulder again, and as he does, the world around you fades to black. So I kind of... No, did I screw it? No, I didn't really technically screw this up, because we're solo for this. Hey, that's enough fooling around. You have more Mephits to defeat. Irma looms over you. The arena master's massive bloated torso wriggles wildly as he bursts into a fit of maniacal laughter. As it can be in howls in amusement, you realize that your neck feels stiff. You reach up a hand and discover that you are now wearing a jewel-studded metal collar. Hand's voice is filled with sorrow and remorse. I've let you down, champion. That fiend has taken you captive, and I was unable to stop him. I could not perceive his motives through the veil of insanity that shrouds his damaged mind. I knew we were in the abyss, a place where you can't even trust your own shadow, but I failed to be vigilant. Well, what's done is done. Stay strong. We will find a way to free you. Out of my mind, out of your mind, you pile of shit. He smiles at you approvingly. He responds eagerly. Yes, there's the passion. That's what the audience loves about you. The crowd would tear you to pieces if they had the chance. It wasn't easy to keep them away from you. Everyone wanted to leave with a small souvenir. They would have loved to test their skills against the arena's newest sensation. If you left the Battle Bliss, you'd be the most popular entertainment in the city. Everyone would be trying to pick a fight with you. But I simply cannot allow the arena to lose its most promising new gladiator. No, it would be an unacceptable tragedy. Gamion points to your collar with a smile. Please accept this small gift with my compliments. It will guarantee your safety. This collar will make sure you do not leave the Battle Bliss. I don't want you out looking for trouble on the streets. It will also prevent you from picking fights with other gladiators outside the scheduled fight times. It would be so wasteful if you started killing one another outside the arena. The crowd would miss out on all the action. No, there will be a time and place for fighting, but here, you can experience other kinds of entertainment. You'll enjoy all the pleasures accorded to a new star in the arena, the best food and drink, the most passionate succubi, and throngs of adoring fans. You'll love being in my property, I promise. How dare you? You're trying to enslave me? This is disgusting. Well, I think your actions were very reasonable. Sure. Of course, I'm a very reasonable person. He bursts into another crazy fit of raucous laughter. The veins bulge in his fat neck, and his eyes nearly pop from their sockets. Where are my companions? He sounds distracted. Your companions? Ah, yes. There was a group of Galarians who came looking for you, but I gave the guards strict orders to keep them away. Are they your slaves? Forget about them. You won't need them anymore. I own the best slaves in Alushinyrra, and they are all at your disposal. Take the scholar off right now. You don't know who I am, do you? You've made a big mistake. He winks at you. You do realize that you're not my first obstinate guest, don't you? Some of the creatures who have worn my collars once aspired to become demon lords. Trust me, I am very prudent. My collars are designed to restrain all manner of creatures. Not even a bailer could escape. Can't control me. The collar makes a quiet clicking sound, and a wave of heat courses down your neck. Your vision blurs for a moment, and when it returns to normal, you find yourself back in the place where you first regained consciousness. Irma throws back his head and laughs. The tears flow down his cheeks, but he can't seem to regain his composure. I find you so fascinating. You have such a ferocity of spirit. You know you can't hurt me, but that doesn't stop you from trying. I can't wait to present you to the arena. The audience will love your rebellious defiance. We'll put on a spectacular performance. I'll be the arena master who always gets his way, and you'll be the gladiator who refuses to accept defeat. It'll be magnificent. The crowds will go wild. I'll find a way to get free. Master nods with a chuckle. Of course you will, but it won't happen the way you imagine. The crowd wants to see Gelderfang tear you apart. They simply cannot wait for that to happen. And who am I to deny them? If I ignore their desires, they will storm the arena. Yes, soon you will take your last stand in the arena. When the champion is done with you, you will be truly free. Of course, you'll be dead, but your spirit will live on. No one will ever forget the ambitious newcomer who almost defeated the champion. The Hand of the Inheritor. This color reminds me of the seal we broke back in Dresden. If I try to break it here, its powers will be unleashed, and the collar will likely kill you. I don't want to take that risk, at least not right now. Let's only consider that option as a last resort. For now, you should try to stay calm, be vigilant, and look for opportunities to escape. I'm certain you'll find a way to get free. Like you're here around the arena, Zeklix is going to betray you. He's making plans to kill you, and he wants my help. You really think the Demonslayer is an amusing title? There's an insane light in the Cambion's eyes. He nearly chokes with laughter. Yes, I think it's magnificent. All of Alushinyrra finds it funny. You must admit, I have a talent for inventing memorable nicknames. Alright, I see your point. It is quite funny. The two of you laugh together for some time. You can sense that there's something not altogether right about his laughter. It feels unhinged, but it's also intoxicating. As you drink it in, you feel the faint aftertaste of immortality on your lips. I think you've gone completely insane. He smiles disarmingly. I surely am. I am mad as a hatter, and my marvel's long lost. But what did you expect? You're in the abyss. Everyone is crazy here. If you are sane and sensible, you are shunned by society. You'll be considered an outcast. I think we're done here. Get some rest to restore your strength. The healer will mend your wounds, and Zeklix will take care of your other needs. Well, at least we got our wolf with us. Hey, Zeklix. Douchebag. Tiefling looks utterly miserable. I am guilty. I should have warned you. I acted dishonorably, and I feel awful. Did you know I was walking into a trap? I didn't know for sure, but I did have my suspicions. All the members of the Hindrian League are considered Irma's property, and since gladiators are valuable assets, they are not allowed to leave the arena. All the elite fighters at the battle list wear these collars, or those collars. However, I did suggest to Irma that he should make an exception in your case. I told him that he should allow you to remain free. I thought I had managed to convince him, but clearly I was wrong. Thought we were partners. I'm disappointed. Ethan looks miserable. He hangs his head. Yes, I violated the terms of our partnership. But what choice did I have? If I told you that you might lose your freedom, you would have refused to fight. I had no qualms about deceiving you before we formed our partnership. But I regret that I had to do so after we made a deal. The tiefling is the first resident of the Abyss who seemed generally ashamed of lying to you. Is he? Sensing his master's distress, the imp attempts to squirm out of the bag, but Zeklik stops him with a stern glance. You will regret this. Tiefling points to Irma. If you are looking for someone to blame for your imprisonment, look no further than the arena master. You should be angry at him, not me. Will you help me escape? Of course I will. I have a plan that will free you from the collar and help you defeat Gelderfang. And trust me, you will need my help. While you were unconscious, Irma managed to find a hindering crystal. Gelderfang has been obsessed with getting his hands on one, and his wish will finally come true. A demon called Mustafin took the crystal into Gelderfang's room and locked the door. For the next few hours, the sound of the champion's screams shook the arena. When Gelderfang emerged from his room, he was covered in blood, but he also looked stronger and more powerful than ever. Irma is confident that you don't stand a chance against this champion, but I disagree. I think you will win, or can win. We've waited a long time for this moment. Our opponent's cards are on the table. Now let's see what hand we've been dealt. Tiefling begins to speak in a brisk, matter-of-fact tone. The imp nods in his agreement with each sentence. Irma will begin the match by sending out weak fighters against you, just to whet the audience's appetite. He'll definitely bring out the Galarians you bought. They aren't fit for a real fight anyway. I place my homunculus among them, so make sure you keep an eye out for him during the battle. He is extremely fragile. If you break him, he'll
Gimpy,
self-destruct.
Have you hydrated lately? If not, you really should.
He'll self-destruct and cause a powerful magical explosion. I'm sure you can find a way to use this ability to your advantage. Gelderfang is, of course, an extremely dangerous opponent, but he is not without his vulnerabilities. For example, he doesn't know that you hired the succubi to keep him company. Since you paid for their services, I think they'd be willing to accommodate some special requests. If you want to weaken Gelderfang before the fight, I'm sure you could persuade them to help you. I think that's everything. Try to make use of these advantages during the fight. It'll be your best chance to defeat Gelderfang, and while you fight for the title of champion, I will eliminate Irma. He'll be vulnerable without his favorite bodyguard. Then the battleless arena will be ours. Of course, you won't have to fight Gelderfang all by yourself. Your companions were worried when Irma kidnapped you. I reached out to them and secured their cooperation. I'll make sure they join you in the arena when the time comes. Did you mention Mustafin? I killed him not long ago. Heard more than one person claim the same thing before. It didn't stick. That weasel Mustafin is surprisingly hard to kill. We are, yes, and I bet my life on this plan. I'm not just going to stand back and leave things to chance. I can hire some assassins to attack Gelderfang in the arena. Of course, they won't be able to kill him, but they might distract him long enough for you to finish him off. I don't need your assassins. He nods and doesn't speak. His face is screwed up in concentration, as if trying to calculate something in his head. Finally, he gives a satisfied nod. Yes, we are taking a risk, but delaying any longer will not improve our situation. In fact, it might make it worse. So we need to take action now. It's time for you to prepare for the hardest fight of your life. Gelderfang is a true master of violence, and now, with the hindering crystal, he is stronger than ever. I need to get I have other things to do. Rest up. You'll need all your strength for the upcoming fight. Find me when you're ready, and I'll escort you to the arena. Still buffed for quite a while still. Anyway, all that reading. Homunculus, Galarian slaves. So that's the one that's going to blow up. This conversation, blah blah stuff. Here comes our killer. We hope you enjoyed the sweet taste of victory. How did you survive? And to follow the rules that I see. The others died. Then when morning comes, we return to our true form. I see. People just like face so much you never know what to expect. How could you like to help me kill Gelderfang in the arena? We should betray Imra and kill his champion. This is an ambitious plan. Blah 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 stuff. Now you must persuade us. I want to hear more about this cunning treachery. How exciting! It'll be fun to betray Irma. I'll give you a reward that is better than anything Irma could offer. No, it'll be fun. Galarian knows the meaning of fun. This sounds like a very good joke. Count us in. I have to go. So they said they're in, but will they be? I don't know.
I lead, you follow.
Oh yeah, and this guy. And loot. Charred bulwark. Oh, that's that shield that we won't use in this run. Who are you? Blah. Trevor. Are you Trevor Vanek? Soul Seal's brother. Stuff. Are you his friend? My friend too, then. Can you understand me? Mixture of fear and anger in the man's bloodshot eyes. Perhaps he doesn't understand you, or perhaps he just doesn't want to talk. Examine the slave's sword and helmet. Not yours. Go away. I have to go. Poor Trevor. Kidnapped by demons. Has to go fight stuff.
Over there.
Just a piddly little human. Anyway, Socio's brother. We've been looking for him for a long time. Dun, dun. Oh yeah, that's a wall you can't get through.
Onwards.
I'm not hurt, so I don't need to talk to you. Dun, 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 dun. Nope, free loot. Ruxa. A massive, scaly demon greets your arrival with a roar of fury. She spins her weapon toward you with practiced ease, stopping the blade an inch from your chest. Galarian, new blood. You have not been in the league for long, but you've already been given the chance to fight against Gelderfang. I've been fighting in the arena for over a year now, but Irma protects his champion from me. Pathetic cowards, the both of them. Who are you? Demon twirls her weapons in the air. The blade comes within a hair's breadth of your face. Surely you already know. I am Ruxa, future champion of the Battle Bliss. We Vavakia are the greatest of the races, and even among my own kind I am considered the best and strongest. The power that roars within me is a gift from Lamashtu herself. She gave me the strength to conquer the entire universe. What can that pompous weakling Gelderfang possibly do to me? I'll take him by his neck and with one hand, and I'll grab his wings with the other. Then I'll tear him apart. You worship Lamashtu. Demon answers with a proud roar. Yes, Lamashtu created Vavakia to rule and conquer. She gives us strength, power, and superiority over all the rest. We are conquerors, Lamashtu true firstborns. All Vavakia must worship her. We'll have to fight against each other soon. I suggest we join forces and kill Gelderfang. Why would I want to form an alliance with you, New Blood? Despite her arrogance, you can tell that you have her attention. She watches you intently, clearly interested in what you have to say. And to kill Gelderfang, I'll let you have the title of champion. won't be able to take Gelderfang down by yourself, but we could do it together. We'll break the fight. He won't let you defeat it. He won't let you defeat his champion. Yes, Irma is both smart and cunning, but he's a coward. He won't let me break his favorite toy in a one-on-one fight. Fine, I won't kill you in the arena. I'll wait until Gelderfang shows up to fight you, and then I'll tear him to pieces. Perhaps I'll even let you live after I've finished with him. If you grovel in the dust and beg for mercy, I might choose to spare you. I have to go. Get lost in blood. She's not going to be helpful. She's never helpful. Oh, look, it's the succubi. Gimpy can't pick this lock because reasons. Broken stuff. Center. So where are the succubi? That wasn't them, was it? I don't think it was. Succubus you hired at Zeklix's instructions recognize you at once and waves at you enthusiastically. You really pulled out all the stops, but tell me, is your ambition to kill Gelderfang? If so, that would suggest that you had an ulterior motive for hiring us. Is there something particular you need in mind? What do you need us to do? Succubus lowers her voice conspiratorially and glances briefly at her companions. You follow her gaze and realize that they are all busy distracting the champion's attention from your conversation. How is the champion? Is Gelderfang enjoying himself? She gives you a wink and lowers her voice. He is absolutely enthralled. He believes our visit is a gift from an anonymous fan. If it weren't for your presence in the battle bliss, he would have been completely happy. But it seems that your arrival has made Gelderfang a bit cranky. Of course, he pretends like everything is alright, but he certainly considers you a threat. Gelderfang hasn't been afraid of anyone in a long time, so he finds you deeply unsettling. I have a job for you. Succubus exchanged a glance with their companions. Well, of course. After all, that's why you hired us. You paid for our services, and we're ready to do our job. What do you have in mind? Just give us the word, and we'll make this lecherous champion miserable. Kill him when he's defenseless, place him with poison, seduce him before the fight, wear him out with your games of passion and pleasure until he's thoroughly exhausted. I don't think they'll be able to kill him when he's defenseless because he is a mythic demon now. Poison gonna do anything? No. Wear him out. Smiles at you, revealing her even pearly white teeth. You know what to ask for. He is an incubus. He has a lot of stamina, and no one can outlast him in bed. Well, no one except a succubus. Fine, we'll arrange a very special night for the champion, and by the time we're through with him, this Gelderfang of yours won't even be able to punch a quasit. Take care of yourself, outsider. If you survive the fight with the champion, drop by the brothel to see us. We'll give you a night to remember. After all, Gelderfang shouldn't have all the fun. So, see how that goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. Can't get that way either.
No one stands in my way.
Magic.
Move out.
Magic. Could I leave? No, I can't leave this way if I wanted to, could I? Or I could. Or could I? With the... I've actually never tried to escape. Bet we could, though. That would be funny. Ruin all their plans. Wounded fighter called the dire one among the Gallators. I want you to set him free. Why would I do that? The dire one is property of the battle list and it generates substantial income in the arena. His remarkable talent for survival makes us considerable profit. The spectators like to bet on the possibility of his death. He's known for his ability to survive absolutely unimaginable wounds without any healing or medical treatment. I'm ready. Let's go. I'm afraid you will have to wait until I can find you a worthy opponent. However, you could use this time to assist me in the matter we spoke of earlier. Now would be the perfect opportunity for you to do what I asked. Which is what? Tell it to arrange the fight. I'm talking the wrong one, aren't I? I'm talking the wrong one. Just knocked you out and brings you back to the arena. Oh. What's wrong with your dog? Well, don't do that. Dog doesn't want to go out and do stuff.
Battles await. I lead. You follow.
Dun, 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 dun. So again, I was talking to the wrong Zeklex, because you're not supposed to get out of here. Okay. Lead me to the arena. A champion dies today. Bet everything on you. We're certainly taking a risk, and I hope that we're not making a mistake. Good luck, and may whatever god you worship protect you. Me, Lamashtu? It's time for a glorious fight. This ambitious Galarian wants to fight the champion of the Battle Bliss himself, the deadly Gelderfang. How exciting. Who will emerge victorious? My bet is on the Galarian. No one can defeat Gelderfang, especially not a soft and squishing mortal. This isn't an entertainment, it's just boring. It's Hepsimera, right? I am sure that the Battleless Arena will be able to entertain you, my dear Hepsimera. Of course it is. Today, the Mephit Slayer will fight Gelderfang himself. But first, how about a warm-up? Look at all these Mephits scurrying around. I think it's time for his signature move. Let's hear it for the Mephit Slayer. Filthy scoundrels, we'll show you what Galarians can do. We'll tear them to pieces. A fight with the champion? Screw that. Whoever kills a Galarian gets a double ration for dinner. Oh, Mickey's almost awake. Sort of awake. Something. Now, please give a warm welcome. Lamashu's burp? Who's that? Zeklex? Never mind. Give a warm welcome to the Mephit Slayer's friends. They should have let us fight this one by ourselves, but whatever. So, Fire Mephits, Galarian Slave, Homunculus, we don't want to kill him.
I'll prove I am the best.
She killing stuff yet? No, not yet. Look away, nothing happens.
Remember my name.
Wendu not happy. Bob. Get him, Bob. Mickey, plays a song for fun.
Are you still here? Go. Go.
They're trying to pick on Bob. It's not working very well for them. Why isn't Rocket on Scout? Scout not happy. Gravor.
It's your time to cease to exist.
Strike as one.
Wow, and Veronica only needs a 2 to hit you, you know you suck. Okay, Rocket. Get up there.
Out of my way!
Oh look, cutting him in half. Not gory at all. Shit, we should have killed him before. Get away from that exploder. Gimpy can take it. Or not. Damn it.
Hello Gimpy, it is time to take a break.
After this fight.
Go check on the dogs. Not after this fight. Your next break is in 2 hours.
Time has come for some serious bloodshed. Give us the warm welcome to our best fighters. Stuff. Let's take down this Galarian upstart and get our gold. Let's go. Oh, we're not really hurt, are we? That little explosion to do squat.
Together we stand.
Chain lightning.
Make a fine trophy.
Lightning looks a little stuck there. Okay, Mickey, song. Yeah, I know it didn't hit. Gimpy.
Let's hear you cry!
He's got an itch on his leg. That's not good.
You're in my way.
I'll rip you apart.
Get him, Rocket.
Strike as one.
Oh, 218 for the crit there. Bob. Oh, Bob with the trip. Bob with the kill. Dead demons everywhere. We will bring to an end to this contestant string of victories. Behold, the fighters from the Hindering League. Give it up for Atselm and Uxa. You struck me down once, but now I'll get my revenge. I am Rookska, and I will rule this place. Kneel before me, you pathetic maggots. We'll abide by our agreement, Gimpy. So, she'll fight for us. Wow, looks like the Demonslayer has made some new friends in the arena. Did you expect me to fall for this stupid plan of yours, you fool? I'll kill you first and deal with the Gelderfang later. Look, it's Mickey in the mirror, in the camera. What's he looking like? At? I don't know.
Onwards.
So, looks stupid Slovakia. He's immune to poison. Spell immunity, dominate person, charming stuff. So, oh, we don't have a shit. We don't have a what's her face? Nenio with us to do the illusion killing stuff. Yeah, it's okay.
I am yours to command. I'll bathe in your blood.
Get him, Rocket. Mickey plays a song. Oops, plays a song just in case. And final verse? Nah. You can make him fall over laughing, maybe. Of course he made a save. Those saving throws probably be really high. No, it's only 22, but still too high. Be sickened and shaken, so that works. Get him,
Out
Gimpy.
of my way.
Bob. Grey boy.
You had your chance.
Lightning. Jolting portent or lightning storm thing. Yeah, not so tough, are you? And now the moment we've all been waiting for. The event that will have everyone on the edge of their seats. Welcome to the arena, the invincible champion Gelderfang. Look at him just cruising in, taking his time. Mickey's looking at him like, what the hell? Arena, welcome to your ruler. I have come here to give you a gift. This poor creature's death. I will make it exquisite. Your warm welcome to the champion. Let's hear it for the strong, the tireless, the one and only Gelderfang. We all adore him. Oh, that was that? Did they make him tired? Doesn't look like it. And Mickey got that. Oh, he is fatigued. Dexterity doing anything that would normally cause fatigue causes the fatigue character to become exhausted after complete rest, blah blah blah. So it's only fatigued. It's not that big of a deal. But I'm guessing that he's immune to poison, right? He is immune to poison. It's a good thing we didn't go the poison route.
Where do you want me? No match for
Defeat
me.
is not an option.
Shoot better, Wendo. That's very embarrassing. All those misses. Bob. Bob can't charge. Rocket. This is only half turn, right?
Overcome.
turn. And he missed. Mickey, play the song one more time. Haste. That hits everybody.
Radiant.
Just in case. So, Veronica. Affected by spell resistance. One per round when the target makes an attack or casts a spell must succeed 42 saving throw. DC 10 plus half level, which would be 7, so 17 is not very strong. Plus wisdom, she doesn't really have a wisdom score because she's an oracle. Blah blah. Oh, this is a wisdom. No, that's charisma bonus. He doesn't have any buffs on, does he? Not really. Oh, Hellfire Ray. See what that does. Not this turn. Gimpy. Rage. Gimpy way down there. And mark him, or quarry him, sorry, quarry him.
Die!
So he's sickened, quarried, fatigued. Sickened came from the quarry. Select minus 2 penalty on attack rolls, damage rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks. Go us on debuffing.
Let's hear you cry.
Grey Boar. That's a mark, or studied target. Wendu, get a little bit closer and start shooting.
They'll beg me to stop.
Get him pop. Nice miss. Get him rocket.
Do not hold back.
Outflank. 10 minutes to ruin our fun. Zeklex has an emerald by the throat. The injured champion is on his knees and blood seeps from his wounds. Zeklex raises his dagger in a gesture of triumph. We won. Now we just need to finish him off. I'll let you do the honors. Irma licks his lips nervously. He glances back and forth between you and Zeklex. I am supposed to plead for my life now? Is this the moment where I try to soften the hard hearts of my cunning killers? Well, why not? He, wringing his hands dramatically, he falls to his knees. He begins to wail so loudly, even the spectators in the back of the stands can hear him. What are you doing? Let's make a deal. Zeklex, I gave you everything you wanted. Irma thrusts his arms forward, or towards you. And you, champion, our newest champion. I always believed you would win. I am your biggest fan. Spare me. When crossbows ever be good in this game, they're basically there for spellcasters to save spells on something important. You can make them good with the right character build. I mean, I don't know if there's, I don't think there's a, is there a speed crossbow in this? I don't know. But they work. They can work, and if you build them the person correctly that's using them, you can do okay damage with them. I mean, they're not great, but they'll work. Finishes these bag off. He tried multiple times to kill you off in the arena. Now it's time for you to pay him back, says Zeklex. Please have mercy on me. I promise my generosity will know no bounds. I beg you to spare me. I won't arrange unfair fights over ever again. I'll give the arena to you, Zeklex. After you, champion, I'll give you anything you want. Shamira, save me. Irma's wailing lament can be heard from the back of the stands. He gives such a moving performance. The audience bursts into applause. Irma, you're a liar and a filthy asshole. You're both unmitigated scumbags. Figure out who betrayed whom on your own and leave me out of it. You're a liar and a filthy asshole. Don't be angry at me. Zeklex was the one who came up with all the nasty ideas. He wants to turn you against me, but I've never done anything to you. Sure, I've been laughing and having fun, but that's what I do. It's the role I play. I laugh about everything and everyone. The audience loves it. Zeklex is to blame for everything. Zeklex clutches the dagger as he hisses through his teeth. Liar, I am so tired of your lies. Watch in silence. You have no idea how powerful and wealthy I am, says Irma. I give you everything. I'll give you everything I have, I swear. All this will all belong to you. Just spare me. Irma sounds almost hysterical, but his eyes are strangely calm as he darts a quick glance toward the bag hanging from Zeklex's shoulder. What are you waiting for? Kill him. Don't let his lies poison your mind. Remember who you are dealing with. He's a filthy liar. Don't just stand there sniveling. What are you waiting for? Carve him up. Come on. Wendeweg's shout of encouragement only seems to agitate Zeklex further. He shudders at her words, but Wendeweg watches him eagerly, and there's a bloodthirsty light in her eyes. She seems to be enjoying this as much as the spectators. Graver watches Zeklex clutch the dagger in his trembling hands. He raises an eyebrow. Some creatures just aren't out for killing. They can be smart, cunning, and patient, but they're not murderers. That's why my profession exists. If someone can finish the job, they can pay assassins. If someone can't finish the job, they can pay an assassin like me to do it for them. Attack Irma. Cries out in triumph. Zeklex utters a cry of triumph. Irma is dead. I, Zeklex, lay claim to the battle bliss. This arena is all mine. From now on, there will be no more dirty fights, no more sham rivals, and no more dull shows. The fights will become unpredictable. The opponents will be evenly matched, and the thrill of battle will have you on the edge of your seats. If someone has a problem with these new arrangements, they can take it up with our new champion, my champion. Tremble before him. All hail Gimpy Demonslayer, Gelderfang Slayer. Too many slayers in there. Okay, so that. Stuff. Don't. So we get anything good here? Mighty Fist 1, boo. Fearless Vanguard. Receives a healing. She also gains 5 temporary hit points for 1 round. What we can do? Physical Might 4. Strength and Constitution 4. Scout. That's 6. What about Lou? He's got incredible dexterity 4. This is what? Strength and Constitution. More hit points for Lou. Sure. 1. Scale mail crappy. Chain mail crappy. Blinding Wrath, Great Axe. 2-handed. +5. An accurate Great Axe confirms critical hit and also deals its normal weapon damage to all creatures in melee range, including the wielder and their allies. Wonderful weapon. Way to kill yourself and your friends. So nothing really good there, huh? Click resistance 3. We got a 3. We got a 2, so you get one of the 3s. 2, so you get a 3 as well. Ring Protection 3. Okay, well, that'll do that for now, I think. Okay, so take a break here. Come back in a few minutes after I stretch my legs, get some water, check on Mickey, see where he disappeared to, and be back soon. So thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.